Now every time you touch a wheel, breaker bar, never use a gun on the locking nut. Naughty, naughty. On the Ford, they've got like a millimetre aluminium round the bolt. The actual bolt's an 18mm, but there's a millimetre of aluminium that makes it a 19mm. So someone took some of the caps off. I'll show you when we get back to the car there, but I think there's only one wheel nut holding the front passenger side on. So these are the nuts. These are actually an 18mm, but it's this little cover that makes it a 19mm. So them covers are supposed to stay on. Now I haven't touched anything, but there's only 2 wheel nuts on the left on that wheel, so at the minute I haven't actually managed to touch anything. I've just got my sockets ready, and that is why you should leave it to the experts. That is what I was telling you that you don't want to happen, but that is what does happen. So that now has turned that nut into an 18mm, basically. So whoever it was that created these wheel nuts at Ford, you need to reconsider your life choices.
You reckon it was Henry?
What, sorry?
You reckon it was Henry?
Nah, I reckon Henry employed someone else to think of the idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you can see on this one, boys and girls, that is what it needs changing. You can see all the...
and that is a tracking issue.
See all the cords coming through.
I'm going to give this to the cameraman. This will not be going back on. Sort it out, Henry.
Henry Hoover or Henry Ford?
Henry Hoover, Henry Ford, Henry VIII.
Yeah, yeah.
And there is one locking wheel nut.
All done. Done, Dada. Big bad box. Shit.
What?
We need to go back to Wembley Drive.
Why? Hang on a minute, we just noticed we've just come from a job. Now we've got to go back.
Because this dickhead left that in his pocket. Left that in his pocket, Dale. Better than leaving your jack on the drive there, really, eh, Shaq?
Comes out of your wages, Jay, that does.
Well, we're returning it, I blame the fucking no one. Fucking hell!
You fucking...
Is that run flat?
You've started stealing locking nuts, bruv, I don't want to hear it.
Is that run flat?
No?
Fucking well heavy. Bye, mate.
Just woke up, just got dressed, bringing the dog down. There we go. Go get in there then. Come on, in there. Good girl. Let me just throw my shoes on real quick. I think we've got a good day today. We've got a couple of jobs on. A couple of jobs on today. As you can see, snowing. So yeah, I think today is going to be a good day. We've got a couple of jobs on. First thing, got 3 tyres to fit on I don't know what car it is. So I've got 3 tyres to fit, another 2 to fit, and then a wheel to get repaired. So stay tuned. We've got to fetch Royston soon. But apart from that, yeah, I'll be back shortly. Right then, Star. Daddy's gonna go to work now. Be back in a bit, okay? You get some dinner, you got some water. Be warm enough. You cold? Right, Daddy, I'll see you later, yeah? Now, I don't know how much you guys know, but when we do get snow, which isn't very often, before you start driving, you need to make sure that you've got all of the snow off of your van or car. Because if not, and you get seen by a policeman, he actually holds a fine. Because if you can imagine, if you're driving down the road and, you know, the wind hits the snow, or there's a big block of ice on your roof and it lands on someone's windscreen, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna cause them a bit of problem. So I'm just gonna quickly wipe all this off now. Get all this gone. Make sure that it's all gone. There we go, all the snow's gone off the bonnet. There's some on the roof, however it's not as thick as it was on the bonnet. There's none on the sides. The back you haven't got to worry about because there's no wind that hit the back. But just this time 2 weeks ago, before my MOT, I did fit myself 4 brand new winter tyres on the van. So if it does carry on snowing, I think we're going to be alright. But let's get these tyres in now and then go and fetch Roy and see where the day takes us. Safety first. In the van, what temperature is it? Oh, let's see. So it is, when I can get to it, temperature, it is 0.5 degrees, so it's absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. I'm going to go and fetch Roy now. I'm going to go and do the 3 tyres first in Burntwood, and then I've got 2 to do, I think that's in Norton Keynes. And then I've got a wheel to go and repair that's buckled back in Burntwood. So we've got 3 jobs today, that's all I've got at the minute. Yesterday I only had 2 jobs, ended up with about 8. So we'll see how the day takes us, but yeah.
Right, here we are, fucking gang them. And today we're doing a bit of fucking...
I've already told them we've got...
ice road trucking, you know.
We've got 3 tyres to fit in Burntwood, 2 to fit in Norton Keynes, a wheel to repair, and I'm not sure if Roy's still going to be with me, but then I've got another job at 5:30 at Whittington Barracks, thanks to Roy's mum.
No, I'm going to beat you hard for that.
Big up Debs and that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gang business, big up Mumsy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mumsy.
Get your man to work and that still.
Mumsy the goat, G, what do you know, fam?
Yeah, she's on a little 10% commission and that still.
Yeah. Right then, let's get going. So nice road trucking and that.
Yeah. Big man thing.
Like fucking Nesh. We both got our hats on.
Yeah,
fucking freezing.
Look at the fit.
Fit check.
Snap on. Yeah. Official merchandise.
Trapper hat, G.
Trapper hat.
Yeah.
But yours, I've noticed yours is different to mine.
Yeah, mine's a different flavour still. But yeah, snap on if you're watching, like, I wouldn't mind some more, like, you know what I'm saying? Once we get
some gloves or something.
Once we surpass 1,000 subs, I think we're entitled to a bit of snap on gear, you know what I'm saying? Obviously as well, first video we're going to be doing in the mobile tyre van. I'm also Milwaukee crazy, so Milwaukee. Yeah, look. I know you're bigger than Snap-on, so we're probably going to have to surpass 10,000 subs to qualify for a fucking free pen or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, we're there when we're there, bruv, no stress.
No, I think when we get to 10,000, Milwaukee ring in, so you need $1 million to fucking get it.
I don't know if you can see, I don't know where Roy's got his, but we have got the DJI mics as well. DJI.
Yeah, look, you invested.
We're probably going to need 1 million subs to surpass for a free fucking lanyard off there.
Little investment.
Yeah, little DJI ones. Heavy.
No, mate. Upgrading the quality to the fans.
Yeah. OnlyFans.
Yeah, yes. $7.99 on OnlyFans.
Yo, do you know what? Obviously we're on YouTube, yeah, let's talk. We can have a subscription, bruv, on YouTube once we get to whatever how many subs it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're going to do it at $7.99 a month.
Oh,
yeah, to match, like, you know, OnlyFans prices, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
$7.99 a month.
I think we should undercut OnlyFans and go to $7.98.
You reckon?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's got to be like $7.95. You know when you go to a shop, yeah, why does it make sense? You walk in a shop and something's 99p. You're not going to stand there and wait for the penny if you're paying with £1, are you? It should just be £1.
No, it's to make it sound less in your head.
Yeah, but it's just, nah, bruv.
Because 7,900 don't sound as much as 8 bags.
No, I get where you're coming from.
So that's why they do it. That's why as well, like, you know, if you go like Costco and that,
yeah,
you walk in and it'll be like a great big whapping TV for like 20, well, not 20, but fucking 10 grand plus the VAT.
Yeah.
Like in the middle.
But it'll be like 10,099 plus the VAT.
Nah, it'll be like 10, it'll literally be like 10 grand plus the VAT.
Yeah.
And it'll be as you walk in the door in the middle. It's because everything around it then seems cheaper, because the first thing you whack toys on when you walk in the door is a 10 bag telly.
Ah.
It's to trick your head, isn't it?
That makes sense, G, makes sense.
To make everything else in the shop seem a bit cheaper.
Yeah, we was only supposed to have a couple of hours of snow. I got up at 7 o'clock to a message off Roy saying, yo, have you seen outside the window? And that's what he put, the window.
Yeah, the window, isn't it?
So I looked and I was like, no way, fucking dandruff and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, more time. It's now 10 past 10. And it's still snowing, boys and girls.
Well, here's a little one for you, boys and galley. Right? So, the weather app, and I'm never saying the weather app's right, neither the fucking weatherman's never right, to be honest. But, it said, didn't it, when you dropped me off last night, we both checked.
So it's 7, 8, 9 and then 11?
No, earlier. We was meant to have snow from 4 till 6. Actually, I looked on the app and I'm sure it said there was a 60% chance of snow between 4 and 5 and a 65% chance between 5 and 6.
Yeah, that's what
I woke up at 4:15 for a piss.
Swear down.
Went to the toilet. I thought, yeah, it's going to be like fucking, you know, when it's Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And you look out the window and there's fucking bare dandruff floating about the gaff. I thought it was going to be one of them.
Yeah.
So I looked out the window, dead excited.
Yeah.
Fucking rain, bruv. Honestly, wet, just rain. I even opened the window, stick my hand out, like, see if like it was thickening up. Nah, just drizzle. And then I fucking jumped back in bed and fucking closed my eyes for a bit. Woke back up, looked at the window like 8 o'clock. I was like, fucking 1 cent.
Yeah, 1 cent.
Fucking boom. Big man business. Fucking snowflakes, pondy air, dandruff fucking all over the fucking gaff, right? You know what I mean?
Heavy,
look at that. I mean, it's not thick and the roads are cleared, but...
It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's like the best... Well, it's not the best snow, because the best snow when you was a fucking ute, and you got a foot. Well, you didn't get a foot, you got about fucking 3 centimetres. But
yeah, get the Christmas tree on.
Hey, big up Chasetown. Well, fucking Lichfield. Well, no, don't big up. Actually, that's a debate for another time. But yeah, look at the man, then give him a beep. Big
right,
man.
We'll be back past in a bit and we'll see that lit up, Jake.
Nah, I won't.
Why?
Because I think the turn-on's this weekend.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't turn it on till then they do a big event for it, don't they?
A big event in Burntwood, right?
Yeah, you get about 40 people down Swan Island.
Lichfield gets the big events, bro.
Well, yeah, see, that was the rant I was going to go on before, not for the video, but fuck it. I'll do it anyway, and if you don't like it, you can cut it out. Lichfield Council, sort your fucking shit out, right? Because we go under Lichfield Council being in the fucking sunny old town of Burntwood. But, so our council tax goes to Lichfield Council.
Yeah.
And what does Burntwood get? Yeah, exactly, fuck all.
Yeah.
Lights
I'm still thinking now, like. Still thinking.
Exactly. We get a little light turn on event once a year.
Yeah, that's about it, bruv.
I mean, well, what do we get as well? What do the kids get, more importantly? I mean, to be honest, the kids have just had the fucking skate park smashed up, so they can close one doctor's and open another one.
Yeah.
Make that make sense?
Yeah, mate, that makes sense.
I mean, where the first one is a shit location, but why have you had to build it on the kids skate park? Now, I mean, as a you, obviously, I'm a bit more rotund than than most. But even as a kid, like, I didn't skate. I didn't even have a fucking BMX.
Yeah,
bro,
but you always used to go to the skate park, though, didn't you?
Exactly, man. Everyone went to skate park. Everyone.
Going underneath the ramp and having a little roll up with the boys and that.
Yeah, Friday night, down there with a Baz.
Yeah, 3 litre cherry bomb one.
Yeah, fucking big
Anything
up.
coming that way, brother?
Nah, clear boss, man.
Sweet, sweet.
Also, bless up the vicarage that we just gone past, if you know the ends. The vicar, not the vicar now, but one of the old vicars had some bless up sons, and we used to get the fucking vicarage rocking, I'm telling you, bro.
Also, just outside that church there, believe it or not, I don't know if it still is, but we have the world's smallest park in Burntwood. And it's
Facts.
It's in the Guinness World Records.
Yeah, factual information.
It's literally a bench, a tree and a bit of grass.
Yeah, man, that's
You
it.
couldn't even swing a cat in there, bruv.
Have you ever saw it when they do they do an event there, don't they, every year? Like, it's the world's smallest fun run.
Yeah.
And and you basically you like just step through the park. But more time these days, yeah, used to be fucking Friday night, get down the skate with a Baz, meet the boys. Saturday, if you'd have missed Friday, you probably got down the skate with another Baz, or if you was hardcore, you just got another Baz in anyway. Sunday, you probably did nothing, you actually went down there to skate. You know what I mean? If it's have you saw it when they bricked up the half pipe and that?
No?
Yeah, they bricked up under all the ramps.
No, I didn't see that.
I mean, apart from hiding there under the rain, to get away from the rain, we used to jump in and have a little zuggy down.
Yeah, a little spliff one on there.
Yeah. Anyway, we've just turned up on location. First job, Bigsy Bong.
First job, 3 tyres.
Yeah. On what?
Nissan Duke, bruv.
On. Are you gonna blur out the?
Just trying not to get the number plate. But we got 3 tyres.
Well, yeah, no, but if I do, are you gonna blur it out?
Yeah, if you do get it, I'll blur it out.
Yeah.
3 tyres on a Nissan Duke. Now this is like the there's 2 or 3 different tyre sizes on these, and this is the 205 60/16 version. But there also is the 215 either 50/17 or 55/17, and then if you upgrade it from factory, you've got the 215 55/18. But this is the 205 60/16. We've got 3 land sales to fit. It'll probably take us half an hour. Let's get to it.
Right, boys and girls, we're on location. About to start the customer's vehicle now, which, as you can see, is a Nissan Duke. Just setting up tyres, airline.
So we've just got the customer out of the house, got the lock and wheel nut key, essential bit of kit.
Mind my fingers.
Front driver's side tyre hasn't got to be changed, it's already been changed at an earlier date, so we've got to do rear driver and both the passenger side ones. Now every time you touch a wheel, breaker bar, never use a gun on the locking nut. Naughty. Isn't that right, Royston?
Indeed. Never use the old Ugga.
So all we're going to do, we're going to take the locking nut out completely, so it's out of the question. There's one. And we'll do the other side once we get there. For now, I'll put that in my pocket. You can actually still hear me because I've got the microphone on. So if you point the camera at me, big up.
Heavy.
Don't know.
Mad what technology does these days, isn't it?
Crazy, bruv. Years ago, you had to plug in your internet box to your phone line. Nowadays, it just comes from Planet Space and that. You ever heard of these people that get like a Wi-Fi box and it's like crazy and it sends Wi-Fi for like 5 miles?
No.
No. One car jacked up.
One car, couple jacks.
What, sorry?
One car, couple jacks.
Yeah. Couple Jack Sparrows and that. On your normal wheel nuts you can use the gun, but sometimes just double check. These are nice and free.
They've been over tightened.
Yeah, you get some that have been over tightened and it's an absolute game changer to get them off. But like, there's the one tyre that we need to change. So if you bring the camera closer, you'll see it's perishing in between the treads. The actual tyre itself is okay, loads of tread left on it, but with the perishing, the customer wants some changing, so we'll go and do this one. Even though the machine's capable of it, right, always take the valve core out.
Why's that?
Because if you break the bead with all that air pressure in, you're putting strain on the bead breaker. You can end up blowing the cylinder and then you'll have no tyre machine. So always take the valve core out.
Back to Amanda.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always pop the front bead first. Then switch it round to the back. The front bead I only break once or twice because you can push it round, but the back bead, break it a few times so when you get it on the machine you're not struggling to try and clamp it with the machine. One wheel attached. A bit of a boost leak, shall we say? We will be having that fixed when we get a bit of downtime, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we've got a clutch still on the Land Rover first.
Now there is no TPMS valves in this, but still, when you're taking the tyre off, the valve between sort of 1 and 3 o'clock, so when you finish, you're nowhere near the valve. So obviously you didn't see just then, but when you take the tyre off, the first bead, the valve between 12 and 3, that's 12, that's 3. And then same again when you're taking it off. The second bead, I have to spin it round a bit because the foot of the machine's in the way. And there we go, there's one tyre off. I'll wait for Royston to get down. Where's the we got a knife knocking around. I've got one here.
Some land sales.
Premium budgets. Right, as well, all you lazy tyre fitters out there, one thing you have to do. Every time you take a tyre off a rim, change the valve. It's literally as simple as that. Change the valve, because if the valve starts leaking and you haven't changed it, you've got to reattend and then lose your profits on the job. Just change the valve. Chop the valve out, new valve in, wash. Put your dust cap on. Dust cap on a turn or two. Roy's already prepped the tyre. Took the sticker off it. World's biggest brush. Big up Keith.
Big up Keith for the brush.
Keith's my dad, by the way. Thanks.
Big up man like Kenneth.
And then get the tyre back on. The actual rim is okay itself. Doesn't need cleaning. So then we'll get the tyre back on. There's your first bead, and then again, as we just said, get the valve to between 12 and 3 o'clock. And that's it. That's fucking pissing me off, that is. Right, we want about 34 psi in these. So we'll blow it up. You get 2 pops on the bead, one the back, one the front. There was the back one a minute ago, and there's the front one. Run about 20 psi, which is like 60% of the way.
Also, big up to us, man, out here doing tyres in Arctic conditions.
Yeah. Well,
Keeping Britain on the roads.
I feel like Burntwood has turned into Vancouver, Smithers overnight. Also, as well, every time you fit a tyre, whether it's a puncture, new tyre, get it on the balancer. Because if you're going to do a job, you need to do it right. If not, there's no point you doing it. You might as well give up.
We don't cut no corners. We're professionals out here.
Spin the wheel. Some tyre fitters won't balance rear wheels. Now this is a prime example. There's no wheel weights on this wheel. But we do things properly around here, you know what I'm saying? So we are going to balance it. Put the details in. So I'll just talk you through them quickly. You won't be able to see unless Roy jumps up. So on the balance, you won't be able to see it properly, but I'll just talk you through it. So you've got 3 settings on a balancer. This is a hand spin machine. So you've got 6, so that's your width of your wheel. So if Roy comes back here, the width of your wheel, that's from the bottom bead to the top bead. So that's 6 inches. Then you've got diameter, 205, 60, 16 inches. And then you've got the diameter from the track rod to the wheel, which is 30 in this case. So we've inputted all the details, now it's time to spin it up.
This one's a manual, so you spin till it beeps.
And then stay as still as you can.
The machine's doing the calibrations.
That's correct.
It's just beeped.
Because the machine's only just been turned on, it's on for steel wheels at the minute, so we'll put it on for alloys. And now it needs 45 grams of weights on the wheel. Now I'll show you what that means in a minute. So if I get 20 and a 25, that's 45. So that means now when I spin the wheel, it's going to show you on the machine, when you hear the beep, like that, that's where you need to put your weights at 12 o'clock on the wheel. So spin it round a little bit so we've got access.
Try and get a shot, I don't think I'll help.
I can smash my thumb then.
I should get it from down. Nah.
You what?
I don't think I'm going to get it.
Spreading the weights a little bit. And that's it, 45 grams on.
Give it another spin.
Now hopefully that should be it for this wheel now, and then we'll move on to the other two. And that's it, we've got 5 gram, which is within the tolerant. So it's all balanced, all fitted, ready to go back on the hub. Let's get it back on the hub. No cheating. What's the best thing that you need to do? Well, not the best thing. What is the way to put the wheel back on in the comments?
The best way to what?
The best way to put the wheel back on in the comments before we get to the stage.
Yeah.
I've lost the locking nut, brother. No, I haven't. It's in my pocket. So it don't matter. You can put all these on whichever way you want. It's not a problem. But the way you need to tighten them up is a different story. So we're going opposites. So picture the wheel as a 20p piece. We start at the top. We've got no air because I turned it off because we got a leak in the van. Leak will be fixed like everything else. We start at the top of the 20p, move opposite. Now we've got the locking nut, but we won't use the gun on the locking nut. We'll do that by hand for now. As tight as we can get it with our hand, and then opposite again, and then last one opposite again. Now what we do, we get the breaker bar, the torque wrench, my bad, sorry. We set it to spec for every vehicle. We drop the jack down. These jacks are brilliant. They go up pretty fast, but they come down really slow. You're pointing at the floor, bruv.
No, I've got you.
It's probably just the way I look at it then.
I mean, I was cutting your head off a little bit. It was a bit low, but how'd you in the shot? So we've got the jack fully down. Same again on the torquing procedure. So we started the last one that we just tightened up. Then we go opposite. Then opposite again. Move to the locking nut. And then opposite again. And that's this side done. So it's just the two on the other side now to go and do. Might skip the next two on this one. Yeah, it's going to be exactly the same procedure. So we'll catch you after
back in the van in about 10 minutes.
Towards the end in about 10 minutes. So keep it locked, keep it loaded, and keep it gangster. Right then, first job of the day done. Ta-da! Oh, fucking hell.
Dada. Safety first, seatbelt on.
Alright. 1 sec. Excuse me, people.
First job done. You've now got another one to go and do. I thought it was in Norton, but it's not. It's in Burntwood. So we're going to leave you there, jump on to the next job, and we'll be back when we're back in about 5 minutes. 2 tyres on this one, and then we're going to fix the wheel. So see you soon.
Bosh. So right, boys and girls, we are on our second job for the day.
We are indeed.
In a little place called Norton Lane, still in Burntwood. Customers out, so we're going to get busy and we'll catch back up with you after. What have we got to do on this one?
2 tyres. I think it might be on the front.
Lovely stuff.
Second job. Now this one was a bit of a crazy one because yesterday they rang me and wanted 2 tyres fitting, and then she texted me saying that she didn't want them doing, and then she rang me last night and said they did want them doing. We've just got here and there's a couple of nuts missing off the front. They've tried to take the nuts off themselves, but they've tried to, on the Ford they've got like a millimetre aluminium round the bolt. The actual bolt's an 18mm, but there's a millimetre of aluminium that makes it a 19mm. So someone took some of the caps off. I'll show you when we get back to the car there, but I think there's only one wheel not holding the front passenger side on, so we'll get to it.
So what makes you think that took it off?
You what, sorry?
So what makes you think they tried to cancel? Why they wanted to cancel?
So I think the reason why, because they asked me for a price, and I think my price was very, very reasonable for the 2. But I think they cancelled. I think they tried to get the wheels off themselves and take them somewhere. Because I haven't messed with anything, and as we come down here I'll get you to show them. There's some nuts on the floor and that. So these are the nuts. These are actually an 18mm. but it's this little cover that makes it a 19mm. So them covers are supposed to stay on. Now I haven't touched anything, but there's only 2 wheel nuts on the left on that wheel, so at the minute I haven't actually managed to touch anything. I've just got my sockets ready, so let's get undoing this one. Crikey, that's tight. It's not. I'm trying to use a socket that we broke yesterday. Fucking hell. Royston.
You can see, boys and girls, he's a professional and he knows where all his tools are and all the sockets are. Now you might say, Royston, that's probably you should know. Well, I don't, because I rarely go in the back of the van, to be honest. I do more of the pulling the airline out of more than the jack, I'll be honest. Don't really do a lot. But no, obviously fucking take some epic video shots. Really is.
Schoolboy error. Shouldn't really use these on wheel nuts, but it's all I've got for now. After this job, we're going to have to go and replace the 19mm, because on a job yesterday we had to get a locking wheel nut off of a car, and I decided to use my 19mm impact socket and split through the side of it. So use this for now. Now this isn't an impact socket, it just means you can't use it with the gun. And I've left the breaker bar in the van.
So he's a professional, knows where all his tools are.
And I think the neighbour's just turned up there.
Do you want us to move the van, mate? I'm saying ask him.
Now leave it, he'll say if he wants to move it.
Sorry, pal.
The bloody neighbours, isn't it, mate? Yeah. Pain in the arse.
This is actually going to be a hard job to do now, this is. Because someone's already messed with it and chewed the nut up.
You just slip it?
Yeah. And that is why you should leave it to the experts. Isn't that right?
It is.
Oh. So that's what I
pulled
was
off the cap inside.
Yeah. That is what I was telling you that you don't want to happen, but that is what does happen. So that now has turned that nut into an 18mm, basically.
But it's arguably made the job a bit easier, right?
What, sorry mate?
It's arguably made the job a little bit easier because you actually got an 18.
Yeah. That is correct, brother. So whoever it was that created these wheel nuts at Ford, you need to reconsider your life choices.
You reckon it was Henry?
What, sorry?
You reckon it was Henry?
Nah, I reckon Henry employed someone else to think of the idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, as you can see on this one, boys and girls, that is what it needs changing. You see all the...
and that is a tracking issue.
See all the cords coming through. All the plies even. Cords,
plies, metal. So we will be telling the customer that this one needs tracking as well. Wheel alignment. But I'm glad we've got this one on video, because that shows again that you should leave it to the professional and the professional only.
And I'm just telling you, the time on you was just a weekend warrior.
Like, trying to save a bit of money has made it slightly harder for me. Now, I don't normally charge extra for my time unless it takes me longer than 10 minutes.
And I reckon that was about 11.
Yeah, so we'll see. Again, valve between 12 and 3 o'clock. So we changed the valve. Ready to take the new pressure. The wheel looks okay, no cleaning needed. So we get the new tyre.
Lube up the holes.
Yeah. Little glory hole one. With the world's biggest paintbrush.
And the liquid that we use.
Now this tyre is inside outside, so if you fit this the wrong way, it will fail an MOT, so we've got to put the inside on the inside.
And if you look, it's because there's essentially two different tread patterns.
Yeah, so on an inside outside, you'll physically see on the tread it'll be different from here outwards. So the main goal of an inside outside tyre is the inside. I can't quote me if I'm wrong, it could be the other way around. But the water and wherever, the water will go out rather than back in or hold. And
so let's imagine you're going down the road, you go through puddle or water. It's the tyre's job to push it out to the outside. No, the other way, innit? It'll push up because the tyre's that way. It'll push from this way out, so the water goes from underneath the car and into the road, rather from under the wheels, under the car. Airline.
Yeah, so we get the airline now. Start blowing her up. And these two are on the front, so these two are both going to need balancing. Hopefully the other side hasn't been tampered with like that side, because I was ready to walk away from that if it was going to be any longer, or I'll be honest. What makes me think about that they tried to go somewhere else is that they rang me, wanted the type of job doing, and then rang and cancelled it, and then somebody else from the house rang me to book it back in. It seems a bit...
Yeah, so it's basically booked by wife, cancelled by wife, rebooked by husband. Well, I'm assuming they're married. It was booked and cancelled by the woman of the house, and re-booked by the man of the house. So as before, dial up the machine.
Take all the old weights off first, because obviously you can't rebalance a wheel with weights that have balanced the last tyre and wheel. So I've just got another 25 grams to get off this wheel. Oh, there's a single 10 gram there as well, look. As single as me that was, just on its own. So we input the details, same as the last time. And that's all good to go. So we hand spin, wait till it beeps, stand still. And that wants 20 grams. Now I've just took loads of stick-on weights off, but as and when I can, I like to use knock-ons, because you know
they're not coming off.
you know that once you've got a knock-on wheel weight on, that it's not going to be coming off anytime soon unless you physically need to get it off. Or they hit a curb on the inside of the wheel. So there we go, that's first wheel done.
Right, boys and girls, as before,
just film me putting this wheel back on.
Yeah, we've so much this, and we'll whack this
then
back.
we'll see you at the buckled wheel.
Have you got to take that to?
Got to take that to the man, yeah. The myth, the man, the legend. That is Del Boy's cousin. Real talk.
Is he?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Del Boy is in Burntwood.
Why do you reckon it's Del Boy's cousin?
I don't know. Just good bloke, and he got everything. Anything you want to do with welding, wheels, he's got it. And if he hasn't got it, he'll get it. A bit like us, that is.
Mm.
You know, if you want something doing and we haven't got it, we'll get it. Simple as.
Exactly. We are businessmen before we tyre fitters, I'll be honest.
Like, look at the job we did last night on the M6 toll. Went to a job for the RAC. Got there, realised that it actually needed another tyre on the other side. So we got the customer safely to the toll road services, fetched another tyre, and was back with him with half an hour. And he was back on the way. And he was absolutely loving it. Didn't have the GoPro for that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wish we did. But we didn't. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to try and get that cover out of that 19mm before we go any further. So I'll go and grab a screwdriver.
Same again.
Any chance, Henry? I'm going to give this to the cameraman. This will not be going back on. Sort it out, Henry.
Henry Hoover or Henry Ford?
Henry Hoover, Henry Ford, Henry the VIII.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, they're all tight now, so we've got the 19 and the 18. So same again, follow the same procedure. We drop the jack down and we get it all torqued up at once. You alright?
Whoa. Yeah, right.
You enjoying playing with the snow?
Yeah.
You like a kid at Christmas? Thanks for that, mate.
So, chef.
Really appreciate that.
Alright, you needed it. Alright.
So we're going to have to come upwards on the torque wrench on this because the wheel's at an angle. Henry, sort it out. Gonna have to get onto this Henry brief. Do you reckon? Do you reckon we should get onto him?
I'll send him a strongly worded letter.
Yeah, that'll do. Right then, we're going to leave you there. We'll see you when we get back to the buckled wheel.
Bosh.
Outers maybe sometimes start going. The rest of the tyre is perfect. So if you've got this problem, it's a wheel alignment tracking issue.
So we are on the third job of today, on a
Renault
Qashqai, that's the one. We're back because she booked in for a front driver's side tyre
last week
or week before? Last week. We had a look. When we balanced it, could tell there was a buckle in the wheel, so we advised her on that. She said leave it with us. She's rang up earlier this week saying that she wants the buckle fixing, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the wheel off and we're going to get the buckle fixed. So you've all seen our tyre, you've all seen how wheel comes off, so we'll miss that, but we'll be back when there's something exciting to see.
Wheel off the Renault Qashqai. Let's say we've already been to this either last week or the week before. There's the wheel. You see the buckle just there where I've had to put the wheel weights on. Doesn't actually look that bad, but a buckle can only be slightly and it will start leaking air. So the lady said it's been losing air since we put the tyre on. Obviously we did show her this when we came last time, but she said she didn't want to get it done yet, just in case it weren't that and it was leaking from. So we're going to go and get this done, but we'll see when we get to the place where we get it done. And we're going to get some food, put the wheel back on, and then we're done.
Off to the west coast.
But I'm going to drop Roy off in a bit, and I've got another job at Whittington Barracks in Whittington, Lichfield, towards Tamworth and that. So, biggity bong, boggity bing and that.
We're at TJR, which is the TJ Real Construction alloy wheel repair place.
Yeah.
They sort all our buckles,
cracked wheels,
all that.
You can only have up to 3 cracks in one wheel, and then it's scrap after that. But today we're not here for a cracked wheel, we're here for a buckled wheel. So we're going to go and take the wheel in. Doesn't want to be on camera, so we'll take the wheel in. When we come back, we'll show you the wheel once it's done. So this is before.
And we'll show you the after once it's been done.
That's
and
it.
so respect the man's business, he doesn't want us to film his stuff. So
Biggity bong and that.
Biggity bong.
No, I'm saying. I think it was there.
Yeah.
Looks like a brand new wheel. But anyone, the only thing is, he doesn't come out. You can't bring the car to him. You have to just bring the loose wheel. So if you've got a cracked wheel, buckled wheel, or if you've got a blowing on an exhaust, or you've got a crack in a casing head, or you just want anything welding, he'll do. Anything straightening, buckles, the lot. The only thing you can't do is bring the car. That was the only trouble, but it's easy to just bring the wheel loose. But yeah, big up TJ Reconstruction on the mix and blend on the buckle repair.
Give it a pop. Wheel's been done. It's been balanced.
Fitted and rebalanced.
And yeah, we're just going to get it back on.
I can feel it's warmed up a bit now.
Yeah.
Do this one by hand, brother. And before we drop it down, we'll just give him a little bit of a tighten. But once you've tightened the wheel will pull itself straight, so then you can just do the rest by hand. again, we refer to the 20p piece when tightening wheels back up. And there is one locking wheel nut.
All done, dara, big back back.
Me?
Anything from shop?
No, I'm going to tell her.
Yeah.
Shit.
What?
We need to go back to Wembley Drive.
Why?
2, 3, 4, 6, 4.
Hang on a minute, we just noticed we've just come from a job. Now we've got to go back.
Because this dickhead left that in his pocket. Left that in my pocket, there. It's better than leaving your jack on the drive though, isn't it, eh, Shaq?
It comes out of your wages, Jay, that does.
Well, we're returning it, I'm buying the fucking no one.
One tyre secured. Can you stick that in there for us, please, brother?
No.
Because I've got to hold the
You
door.
don't pay me enough. Fucking hell.
You fucking...
Is that run flat?
You've started stealing locking nuts, brother. I don't want to hear it.
Is that run flat?
No?
It's fucking well heavy. Go, mate.
Just secured the key for the next job. Black Circle Tattoo and Barbers in Chesley, just on the row of shops next to the Nissan local. Black Circle Tattoo and Barber Shop. So we've got one tyre to do on this one. As you can see, completely flat. So I'll pass you over to Royston. I'm going to have to put a little bit of air in that because I can't get the jack underneath.
You can say wheel trim off. We have got a bigger jack, but we left it on another job on accident, so we've got to go back. So we just put a bit of air in this tyre to inflate it a bit so we can get the jack under. Even though that is the smaller one, which I normally use a bigger one on high-rise stuff or big stuff.
That should be enough, I think.
Just because it is actually a clearance. Yeah, because the van was on its arse. Just put some air in that tyre so we get the jack in. There we go, magic.
Little go-go gadget one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just got to get them caps off as well. Just get the thingies. Long nose pliers.
Yeah, I'll just give it a tug.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either I'm being a pussy or they're alright to get off. I'm supposed to get the leverage with them, so.
They are a ball ache to get off, even with these.
Magic.
Right then, let's get a gun and not a real gun.
Yoga dugger.
The real gun's at home. Real gun's at home in the shotgun cabinet.
Yeah, yeah. And back on the yoga dugger. What socket's that much?
21. I'll let the air build up a second. Forgot to bring, because I was so contested about bringing the GoPro and the microphones this morning, I forgot to pick up the Milwaukee battery. We do normally have a Milwaukee for this.
There is just a bit of kick there. Sometimes with the wheels being on slung, can create a bit of a seal. I was breaking the seal, while you saw.
Bit of a seal, which live in like SeaWorld and that.
Or sometimes they live in between your tyre and the hub.
Yeah.
And hold your fucking tyre on till you give them fish. Or you can give it a boat.
You're onto it, brother. I'm not sure what's happened to this tyre, but this tyre is non-repairable. It's been drove on flat, so. You could repair that one, but then you'd end up with a bulge on the sidewalls. It's illegal, so.
There's a little bit of valve removal.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, less strain on the bead breaker.
That's it. Smell like warm rubber, which is a bit strange because there's no run flat damage. Oh, there is. Yeah, this tyre's completely ruined. As I said earlier, always change valves. However, this one is a high pressure valve, so I'm not going to change this one because it's a high pressure valve, so we'll keep this one as it is. Obviously vans have more air in them than cars, so it needs a high pressure valve to hold the pressure in. Have we got an inside and outside? Nope. Getting towards the end of the day. We're going to go in this little Nissan here after we've done this job and get a little
Don't get cold again, isn't it, man?
Oh, sorry.
Don't get cold again.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It warm up a little bit earlier. It normally warms up when it's about to snow, to be honest. So it might be in for rain so.
And me, I'm hoping for a bit more than earlier as well. Would be nice. You know, just it's come out of nowhere. Like, we only found out about this last week. Yeah, so got the tyre all blown up. Let's get it back on this customer. I feel it's colder now than it was when we first come out this morning.
Probably.
You alright? I'll just go and get the torque wrench, 1 second.
Memory's nearly full on the car.
I know. I need once I take all this off today, I'll delete it. Or I'll empty it. Because it's still got all the stuff from when we went off-roading on there and that.
Oh,
I don't know why I didn't delete it.
a little slower in the van.
That's it. Just taking it off the jack. Now we'll torque the nuts up. 20 pence piece again. Oh.
It's actually a really nice van, it's been.
What, sorry?
That's a wrap, that is.
I know, it's nice. Most vans, to be fair, once you do them with a gun, even though you don't do them tight, they don't really need torquing up, because once you get to the tightness on the gun, it don't matter how tight you do it, they just catch threads straight away on vans. It's dead weird. Get this wheel trim back on. And that is another job done. This is what happens when you leave your jack at a customer's house. Fortunately, I know the customer, so he's put it somewhere safe for me. Snow's nearly done. So it's time to go home, get the tyre for the next job and listen to barracks. I'll see you there. Tyre secured for the next job. Still snowy everywhere. By the way, this car is up for sale if anyone knows anyone that wants to buy it. Mark 5 R32 Golf, air suspension 3P with genuine 2-piece Bentley splits on it. If you know anyone that's interested, or you're interested yourself, let me know. For sale. 3.2 V6. Tyre is in for the next job. I'm not leaving just yet. I'm going to go in, transfer all this data off this memory card onto the computer, because we've got like 4% memory left, and that's it. Be leaving here about 5, so I'll get there when it's dark. But yeah, see you soon. We're all geared up for the next job. As you can see, it's actually now pitch black. Still a bit of snow around the area, but yeah, we're going to move on to the next job. Look at that, all reflective. So cool. Still a bit of snow here and there. Yeah, plug for the mobile tyre fitting, there's the number, or you can visit the website www.ljdtyres.co.uk and you can find all your prices and that online. Also, a little plug for the number plates, Staffordshire plates. This was made by myself. I've got my own business doing number plates, road legal plates, show plates, whatever you want I can do it for you. And that is also found on Facebook or Instagram, Staffordshire Plates, or you can find us online at www.staffordshire.co.uk. Right then, let's go.
Right then, boys and girls, obviously he did drop me off, but I'm back. Went in and had a quick shower and a prep check, just because I thought, you know what I mean, day was probably done and whatever. Obviously it's not. Call for a bit of assistance, as we've got 2 jobs on now. So, as you know earlier, we had one booked in for about 5:30 in Whittington, just outside of Lichfield, at the barracks. I believe they send all the medical people there for all part of the medical people there for training.
Yeah.
And as well, this is real fucking truths, you know. Have you ever seen them lad Bible things where they do like 20 minutes with a murderer or 30 minutes with...
Seen them like, but not watched them, yeah.
Yeah, I watched one before, and I think he was like 20 minutes with an ex-SAS soldier.
Yeah.
He did his SAS training was in a place called Whittington, just outside of Lichfield, if you know it.
Yeah.
So, don't know if they still do. Obviously, probably can't tell you until they've done the service. But SAS man used to get trained there as well. Well, part of, like, obviously. But right, yeah, we're off to Whittington, and then the other job is down the A38, kind of in between Lichfield and Brownhills, Burntwood kind of way. Yeah. So that actually works out quite well. So we can go and do this in Whittington. We can probably loop round to the A5, join the 38, and then come back this way. We're going to have to turn around at some point because the geezer's going that way towards Brum. So we deal with that one when we get to it. Just waiting for his location to come through. As you can see, it's pitch black. Little time check. What we on? 5:27 PM.
I've just had the note. The locations come through, payments come through, so that job is a goer.
Lovely stuff. So what we do, to be fair, on jobs after hours, like
anything after 5 o'clock, he's paid for in full up front.
Yeah.
To secure the job.
Because we've had it where we've gone into the middle of nowhere or miles away in the middle of the night, and then
no one's there.
Yeah, no one's there. And
or there's another tyre fitter there.
Yeah, or what we have had before is we've had people pull up, blow out or whatever. They'll ring 2 or 3 companies, and whichever one gets there first gets the job.
Yeah, or I've had one before you started coming with me. This was years back. Blatantly the woman that rang me, because she told me what car she was in and the reg, and I got there and I said, I've come to do a tyre, and she said, not for me, I haven't got a flat tyre. Looked at the back, tyre was flat. She reckoned she hadn't called anyone, so I said, well, I'll ring you then. Went to ring her and she turned her phone upside down. Little sneaky one. So
yeah, that's so
payment in full.
So payment all in full, or at least a half deposit. You know what I mean? Some people are like, well, I know you're going to come. Look, we're RIC accredited. That's right. That's the right word, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah,
accredited. Because what's the other one?
You've got approved. That's like a garages.
Okay, yeah. We're not a garage, so we're accredited. So we get a lot of work off the RIC. So shout out to the RIC. Well, yeah, it just saves a load of ball. Like, at least then, if we do go to the middle of nowhere, we know we've got some money.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it is a ball like going out to the middle of nowhere. But if you've got half the money for the job, you've got half the money for the job. It's probably easier than doing the job, to be honest.
That's it.
But there we go. Just going down the A5 now towards Muckley, if you know it, Muckley Corner. So I'm going to turn it off, and we will be back with you when we're on Jobber.
Yeah.
Big love the beast.
Big love the chungus.
Big bong.
So we're just here, we're going to jack this car up. But first things first, we're going to have to take the locking nut off with the breaker bar.
What was that then, Jay? Can't say nothing.
You what?
Oh, there we go.
Because you don't want to round the locking nut off. If you round the locking nut off, it's game over. So you just get the breaker bar on it.
It's warmed up again, isn't it?
Nah. I think it's still cold, I do. You think it's warmed up?
Well, because Vanny's warm, isn't it?
Yeah, you're warm because you've been in the toaster, bruv. Why haven't I hardly got any pressure?
What was that, bro?
We've hardly got any pressure. I think it's because it's cold. So we've already took the locking nut off to make sure we don't round it. But if you come back down here, be careful because it's muddy.
Yeah. Van looks heavy, bro.
Don't want you slipping, brother. Because I'll hurt, bro. Yeah, van looks lurpak, bro. Need to get a few more lights on it and then it'll be finished, G.
Lights?
Yeah.
On what?
On the van.
Oh, yeah.
We've got all them for the back, and I.
Yeah.
Mate, you walk down the path, brother. I don't want you falling. I can't work out if it has warmed up or not.
Is there a setting in this to put the screen on all the time?
Yeah, I'll put it on if you want after.
Yeah.
I think this is inside outside because it's a Toyo. Yeah, inside.
Can you tell that? Why? Where is it?
Here.
There you go. It says inside the. Sometimes the tyre as well. It depends on the manufacturer. Will have coloured dots on. To
Now this one has, but it's also got inner outside and on it. Some manufacturers do the yellow and red dots, some of them don't. I don't actually know what the dots mean, I'm going to be honest. Pretty sure someone asked me that question the other week. I didn't know, but it's probably best I do know. Because I am the tyre man. People are asking me questions and I don't know the answer. So it's probably best that I do find out. Can you press that, bro?
yeah. Oh, it's freezing your hand off.
You know what?
Oh, it's freezing your hand off.
No, I need you to press that while I pull this up. Teamwork makes the dream work, ladies and gents.
Oh.
Props to a man like Roy there, still. There goes that, brother.
New valve core in there.
Yeah, so this job is for, I can't say where, but this job is for Roy's mum. Passed my number out to somebody. So big up to Roy's mum once again.
Big up Monza.
Big up Debs and that. now, I'm saying, G.
Yeah, yeah.
Secret service and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm saying. Some tyres can be a right pain when it's, even if it's not freezing, they're just pain to blow up. Got it on the balancer.
On the old balancing.
There's only 20 grams on that, brother.
20 grams of chestnut.
Yeah. Size wheel, is it? 17. 15. Grams. Don't even think you can buy 40 gram of amber leaf now, can you?
I don't think you can ever buy 40 gram.
Oh, it's 50 gram, innit?
Yeah, yeah. Remember back in the day when you could buy the smokers pack?
Yeah, with like, what was it, 7 gram in it?
Was it 7.5 gram and a pack of Rizla?
I think so, yeah.
And some filters?
Yeah, there was 2 strips of filters, weren't there?
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
or one.
Yeah. All in box. Heavy roof.
New tyre on, balanced. Let's get it back on. Can you see much on there?
I can see, that wheel's not reflecting a lot though.
Might need to get a better light. Or at least a brighter light.
It's getting a lot more now zoomed in. Well, got closer like.
Right then, jack down.
It's paid for?
No, she's got to pay.
Sweet.
Let me just film me talking.
Yeah, yeah.
And then again, 20 pence piece for the talking.
How many?
Sort of covers all cars, yeah. If you're doing a van, it's slightly higher. Realistically now, you've got different torque settings for every car, but if you're working on an alloy, it's normally 5 or 10 newton meters difference between all the cars.
Yeah, yeah.
Steel wheel, alloy, whatever.
Yeah. Outro.
The what?
Outro.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, boys and girls, so that's it. This little one. I'm just going to sort the rest out with the customer, and that'll be that. Well, yeah, sweet. We'll catch you back in the van.
I'll be back in a second on the A38 towards Birmingham.
Gang business. Right, boys and girls, first job of the evening done. Hopefully it's the first of only 2, but we'll see what happens. Well, I say only. There's money to be made, there's money to be made.
Yeah, biggity bong.
Obviously you can see Don P over there just about. Don't want to put it too bright because otherwise we won't be able to see road. Anyway, we've done that. As it works out, we've just put this, we've got the old, the next guy, we contacted him. He sent us his location via WhatsApp. Turns out he's only a mile away. Happy days. Happy
Lovely
days.
little job, that one.
So, lovely little earner, well, earner. Lovely little job this is. We thought it was going to be fucking miles away. Turns out it isn't. It's a bonus. No, what do you say? Less than a mile?
It's like 1.3 miles.
Oh, 1.3.
We've got to sort of go probably 2 miles because we've got to go through Lichfield to get on the 38. So, it literally in a minute, we're going to go over a bridge, and as we look over, we're going to see him just chilling.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm going to have a look personally, but I'm not going to show you guys because I'm going to put the lights in his face while he's driving, because then he definitely won't be able to fucking see.
That's it, biggity bong, isn't it?
So, biggity bong, we'll catch ya a mile down the road, shaggers. Right then, boys and girls, a little bit of a bittersweet one there. Basically, we got to the job, and by the time we got there, a patrol, i.e. police, had gone past, and obviously saw that this lad was in a bit of trouble. They pulled over, and not to provoke, I don't think the police would have minded, but you know, it was in a risky place, there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, big time, like, we just finished there now, and it's like 6:15 now, so it's like coming home time, absolutely rammed.
Yeah, the road's rammed, there's Arctics, there's lorries, there's box trucks, there's cars, other road users, you name it, it was on the road.
So rather than fucking...
And it was in the driver's side as well, so rather than add any more risk to the situation with the cameraman there, we just locked it off for that one.
Just done it, got it done quick. The police were happy.
Got it done. Police were happy. Customers on his way to work, unfortunately. So he's gone to do that. We are now on our way back to base. Not unless anything else comes in. That'll be it for today, I guess.
Nah, I think if anything comes in, we'll see. But if not, I think we've had a fucking good day, Truth.
Yeah, man. Long day. I'm ready for my bed. I know that.
But the next thing is doing a bit of editing. I don't mind editing now. I'm calm with that. That's not a problem.
Oh yeah, well, I just want to be back home in the warm, chilling.
Yeah.
That's where I want to be. Get a bit of food down, maybe. Oh, but yeah, man, it's been a good day. It's been a long day. I'll tell you that.
Season 1, episode 1.
It's been a long day. It's been a cold day.
Yeah, it's been freezing. We started off with loads of snow. Like now, there's not a lot of snow.
Fuck all, as you can see.
But it is in the minus.
Absolutely nothing. But it is in the minus of the Chungus. It's fucking frozen.
So yeah, as he said, we're on the way back to base now. We're going to go and get some rest, get some food. We'll be back out again tomorrow. Maybe not on the video though, for tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll try and do it on like the busy days, so we're not just putting like random videos out.
Well, yeah, big love the base.
We'll see you again soon.
Oh.
Respect.